As Telangana polls approach nearer, political slugfest heats up in the state. Shah's Raithu Ghosa BJP Bharosa rally. From dynasty politics to BRS Congress cahoot. Home Minister Amit Shah leads BJP's onslaught.
एक कांग्रेस पार्टी 4G पार्टी है, 4 जनरेशन पार्टी। केसीआर की पार्टी 2G पार्टी है।
Who has an edge in the upcoming polls? That is our top focus at 5 Live.
But without a doubt, the image of the day today is one of the first pictures, perhaps the first picture taken by India's Pragyan rover on the surface of the moon. This little rover has switched its cameras on, and the people at ISRO have just sent us the first pictures, which I'm going to show to you right after the headlines. Neeraj Chopra creates history yet again, wins gold medal in the World Championships, a first for India.
Some of these nations that have got loads of athletes, I'm not sure about that order, but I'm willing to be proven.
Moon landing done. ISRO now aims for the Sun mission Aditya L1 to be launched on September the 2nd from Sriharikota. Horrifying crime in Bengaluru. Man bludgeons partner to death with a pressure cooker over suspicion of infidelity. Neeta Ambani steps down from the Reliance Industries board. Next gen Ambanis, Isha, Akash and Anant now on the board of directors. India today wins big at the ENBA Awards 2023. Rajdeep Sardesai and Rahul Kanwal win big. Your very own Shiv Aroor, who brings you 5 Live, has also won. Gaurav Sawant gets top honours. Big win for the gold standard of journalism. The first images from India's Pragyan rover on the surface of the moon are just in. ISRO has just released the first pictures taken by the Pragyan rover on the lunar surface on day 6 of the Chandrayaan-3 mission. The Pragyan rover, remember, exited the Vikram lander just a couple of hours after that historic landing on August the 23rd. And now 6 days later, despite the rover obviously having taken many pictures, it has been, negotiating and navigating many obstacles. We now know that ISRO has sent us the first pictures. These are the first pictures taken by the Pragyan rover on the lunar surface, and these are among the most high-resolution images ever taken on the surface of the moon, which I'll come back to in just a little bit. But I want to go across to India Today's Akshita, who's been tracking ISRO very, very closely from Bengaluru, from here and beyond. Akshita, two pieces of news coming in from ISRO. A, that the Pragyan rover has managed to negotiate a pretty difficult hurdle, a crater which was said to be about 100 millimeters deep. But this second picture is even more interesting. Apparently, the Pragyan encountered some kind of an obstacle of a depth which seemed to be unmanageable, and therefore our little friend had to hit the reverse gear and retrace his steps.
That's right, Shiv. It shows you that, it's not simple going around the moon. It's not as easy as taking a U-turn, which is why you had the Pragyan rover coming back, retracing its steps essentially. The first picture shows this massive crater, and according to ISRO, is about 4 meters diameter. So that's too big a space, really. And if the rover had gone through, would have fallen right into that crater and would have been impossible for scientists here to pull it out. To explain to you how really the Pragyan works, it's extremely interesting to read about this, Shiv, because I was reading another piece a report that suggested that the Chandrayaan-3, the rover, had actually managed to overcome one crater, which is about 100 mm deep. Now, you'll be like, that's barely anything. But this is a rover that's moving through such a complicated turf. And remember that it's not completely autonomous. It is being handled very carefully by the scientists in ISRAC, in Bengaluru, on the outskirts, in Pina. How are they doing that? Essentially, what the rover does is when it's going to go in a certain track, its navigation camera clicks pictures. And then that's beamed back to the scientists here, who then go through that, create a model of sorts, where they kind of essentially piece those pictures together to understand what the surface of the moon is going to be like. And they can do this only for the upcoming 5 meters, Shiv. So what ISRO scientists have said is that in 5 hours, after processing all of this data, creating this model, they're able to move the rover in 5 hours only by 5 meters. That's how careful they're being. They're not leaving anything to chance. They're saying if we can predict 5 meters, then that's all the rover will move for the next 5 hours or so. So imagine from Friday to today how much really the rover has managed to move, Shiv, and how much it's having to even retrace its steps, as we've just seen here. These are pictures that was clicked yesterday by the rover. So, very carefully calculated moves that are taking place, and it shows you the kind of work that's going in and how back and forth the commands are going through using pictures and ensuring that with the most detail, scientists are going through the path of the rover now.
Remember that what Akshita is saying is especially important because the scientists cannot take any chances with Pragyan. Should it topple or should it get jammed somewhere? Nobody is going to be able to go there and, flip it back onto its correct path. So they have to take every single precaution, and that's the reason why perhaps there are, there's a long time before we get images, because even ISRO is making sense of everything that's coming back from there. Akshita, I'm going to see you once again at 5:30 p.m. Remember, we've got a huge national exclusive lined up. The entire ISRO leadership team, including Dr. Somnath, have been kind enough to give us their time on day 6 of this program on the surface of the moon. They're going to be joining us live here on 5 Live to take my questions. So don't forget to tune in. Stay with 5 Live. 5:30 p.m. is when Dr. Somnath is going to be right here on the show live. Now let's move on to our big spotlight story on 5 Live today. The assembly elections in Telangana are now just a few months away. They're supposed to happen sometime in November or December, but the political showdown has escalated in the state, courtesy Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who was in Telangana, where he's mounted a big 3-pronged attack at the 3 big parties. Well, the 2 big parties and the 1 adjunct in the state. He's talking about the Congress, the ruling BRS, and Oasis AIMIM. He says 2G, 3G and 4G need to be thrown out of Telangana. Take a look at this report.
The fight for Telangana has kicked off. The BRS, BJP and Congress, the 3 contenders have pulled out their big guns as poll fever builds up in the state. The BJP, which sees Telangana as potential growth area after the debacle in Karnataka, is gunning for K. Chandrasekhar Rao big time. Union Home Minister Amit Shah lashed out against dynastic politics at a rally in Khammam on Sunday.
एक कांग्रेस पार्टी 4G पार्टी है। 4G मतलब जवाहरलाल जी, इंदिरा जी, राजीव जी और अब राहुल गांधी। 4 जनरेशन पार्टी। केसीआर की पार्टी 2G पार्टी है। केसीआर बाद में केटीआर और ओवैसी की पार्टी 3G पार्टी है। 3 पीढ़ियों से ये भी चल रही है।
The ruling BRS, facing the twin challenge by the BJP and Congress, is highlighting welfare schemes implemented by the KCR government.
ఈ రెండింటిని చూస్తూ ఉంటే నిజంగా తెలంగాణలో ఎన్నికలు వస్తున్నటువంటి సందర్భంలో లేనిపోని కళ్ళబొల్లి మాటలు చెప్పి ప్రజలను పక్కదోవ పట్టించేటటువంటి ప్రయత్నం విపరీతంగా ప్రతిపక్షాలు చేస్తున్నట్టుగా మనకు అర్థమవుతూ ఉన్నది. వాస్తవానికి ఆలోచన చేసినట్టయితే భారతదేశంలో అత్యధిక సంవత్సరాలు అధికారంలో ఉన్నటువంటిది కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ. అయినప్పటికీ దళితులను మరి ఎప్పుడు కూడా వాళ్ళు గరీబీ రేఖ కిందనే ఉంచిరు కానీ పైకైతే తీసుకొచ్చినటువంటి పాపాన పోలేదు.
The Congress, eyeing a revival in the state, is calling KCR the B team of BJP.
केसीआर पार्टी का उनका दोस्ती हो गया है अंदर से, और अंदर से जब दोस्ती होती है जोर से बोल नहीं सकता आदमी. अब देखेंगे, अब इधर इधर तो बोलना भी बंद हुआ ऐसा मैं सुना केसीआर का.
केसीआर के साथ ओवैसी बैठे हैं और मैं बताने आया हूं तेलंगाना की जनता को, भारतीय जनता पार्टी कुछ भी हो जाए ओवैसी और केसीआर के साथ कभी नहीं जाएगी. केसीआर के खिलाफ हम लड़ेंगे.
Assembly elections are scheduled in Telangana later this year. The ruling BRS is first off the block, having announced its candidate list even as the election dates are still awaited. Telangana this time is witnessing a tough three-horse race. With the opposition vote getting split, KCR's party hopes to survive anti-incumbency yet again. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's now tell you why the state of war in Telangana is heating up, apart from the fact that it's only a couple of months to go for the election. The month's mood of the nation. See Voter Tracker on India Today projects that Telangana is going to be one of the states where the Team India alliance is seen to be gaining. The India bloc is projected to get 7 out of 17 Lok Sabha seats in Telangana, up 4 from 2019. The NDA is projected to get 4 Lok Sabha seats, which is the same as 2019. And others are projected to get 6 seats in the upcoming general election. But before the general election is the very, very different state assembly election in Telangana. So what are the X factors? What are the big flashpoint issues in Telangana that make it such an interesting and fascinating election to be covering? Number one, anti-incumbency. Remember, K. Chandrasekhar Rao has been the Chief Minister of Telangana since the state was created. 10-year rule under the lens. Is there going to be anti-incumbency? Appeasement of minorities continues to be a hot button issue that constantly comes up in the political crossfire of Telangana. Remember, Telangana has a large minority Muslim population as well. The BJP accuses Asaduddin Owaisi of the AIMIM of being one of the side Bs of KCR, someone who controls the chief minister, and they don't like that. They don't take that lightly at all. Agrarian distress and farmers' issues pertaining to the reopening of sugarcane factories remains, a pain point as far as BRS politics is concerned. Dynasty politics, because remember, KCR is the chief minister. His son is a minister. His daughter is a senior leader of the party. Dynasty politics is also something that the BRS has been vulnerable to, and it keeps coming up again and again, courtesy of the BJP. The BJP has also calls the Congress the fourth generation, the BRS the second generation party. So it's 2G, 3G, 4G. That's the kind of attack he's using. And the Telangana formation issue has not been fully settled politically yet in terms of the kind of credit people should get, whether whether everything that was promised has been done. The centre, remember, hasn't implemented the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act. That continues to be a pain point. Corruption continues to be an issue with the KCR government frequently under attack on various corruption-related issues. The Congress Telangana chief has also been under the radar, allegedly for taking a bribe. So corruption also continues to be a hot button issue there. But the spotlight focus on Telangana on my show today is courtesy Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, who was in Telangana launching a typically aggressive attack, not just at one, not just at two, but three of the big players in Telangana. The ruling BRS, the Congress party, which is seen to be the big challenger number one in the state, the smaller Asaduddin Owaisi AIMIM, the BJP is the big challenger from the outside that has not had a large presence in the state, stamping a pretty creditable performance in the 2018 Lok Sabha election. Let's go straight to our political crossfire now. I've listed out all the facts. I've shown you what the See Voter data says. I've also shown you what the big hot button topics are. Krishna Teja, spokesperson of the Telangana Congress, NV Subhash, spokesperson of the Telangana BJP. But I'd like to start with Krishank Mane, leader of the ruling BRS. Krishank, to you first. Home Minister Amit Shah, in many ways, sort of declaring the fight open. You know, there's always that one day where, which can be called day one of the campaign and the war for Hyderabad, as it were. You know, we in the media love giving such labels. I know it's much more serious than that. But your first reactions to what Amit Shah said?
Shiv, nothing new. The same old script, same dialogues, 2014, 2018, and yet again we get to hear the same in the 2023 polls also. What we believe is the people of Telangana will give the same result to both Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress, because both of them came and campaigned against KCRG. The BJP called TRS as the Team B of Congress. Simultaneously, Rahul Gandhi ji came, campaigned the same dialogue, calling us as Team B. But people have given their result. But you know what is interesting, Shiv? Just like you pointed out, the first day of election campaign, let us go back for 3 election polls. Gujarat election, first day of election campaign, whenever government of India, be it Amit Shah ji or Modi ji went, 1 lakh crores of projects and openings. Navsari Medical College, 542 crores during the poll campaign in Gujarat. Simultaneously, in Uttar Pradesh, if you've seen defense corridor announcements or crores of openings, or the biggest 2,600 crore Arjun Sahayak project during Uttar Pradesh poll campaign. 8,040 crore Bengaluru-Mysore Expressway during Karnataka election campaign opened by none other than Modi ji. Then yesterday, how many crores did Amit Shah ji announce or open for Telangana? Only talk, only aggression, only speeches, only bhashanbazi.
But Krishank, who is your big challenger in Telangana?
Announced yesterday.
Is your big challenger in Telangana the Congress or the BJP?
Neither of them. But because it is the Home Minister who has come without any single paisa for Telangana, why would people of Telangana vote? Why would they vote? One more thing. They formed a joinings committee, interestingly, which never happened in India, to poach leaders from other political parties. They've had a joining committee with the Bharatiya Janata Party, and for it they have a chairman, Mr. Etal Rajendra. And they've challenged that 20 leaders would be joining from BRS. My straight question to the Bharatiya Janata Party is, not a single leader joined yesterday in Amit Shah ji's presence. That itself explains that there are no takers for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and Kharge ji also copying our own schemes of Dalit Bandhu,
Let's go on that one point. And NV Subhash, how do you respond to the BRS? BRS says you're trying to poach from our party, but you are not succeeding. You know, there's a lot of big talk and threats, etc., but it will not make a difference in this election. How do you respond?
See, this has been telling by the BRS party and the Congress party from the long time. In 2019 also, when the parliament elections were held, they said, there is no threat from us, but we have managed to get around 4 seats. And then consequently, the pollings of, the by-polls or, the corporation elections also, we had very good mark on that. So as far as the BRS is concerned, they have to win this in this state. If they don't win in this state, they are going to lose their credibility throughout the India. So as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, we are very clear that, right from beginning, we have been telling that definitely we will be the formidable force here. We have the considerable force here.
No, but is the BJP fighting to win or fighting to just create a larger presence?
Yeah, let me just complete on that.
Yes.
The Khammam is a weak turf for us. It is acceptable fact that. And then 2 times, the just Amit Shah program has been postponed because of the different reasons and then different decisions. So yesterday when Amit Shah came, the huge crowd which has come there, they feel threatened. As far as the Congress party is concerned, whoever wins in the Congress party, they are bound to jump into the BRS party. So BRS party, MIM, and the Congress party, they eventually sit in one hotel or some place, and then they even they distribute the seats.
So you're
because
saying sab mile hue hain. Okay, I get your point. I get what you're saying.
Is, the Bharatiya Janata Party.
See, this is a very familiar.
Only the Bharatiya Janata Party.
This is a very
crowd,
familiar allegation that we hear in Telangana. We've heard it in Karnataka also, where each party blames the other parties in the fray as being, in cahoots with each other and having some kind of conspiracy to shake hands in the election. Krishna Teja, the BJP has not answered my question about whether they're fighting to win or fighting to create a presence, but there is a narrative and a perception. I understand, sir. I'll come back to you. Krishna, the perception is, I may be wrong, we will only know once we come down to the ground. You've heard what Amit Shah has said, 2G, 3G, 4G. There are going to be many more of these barbs in the days and weeks ahead, as you know. But the simple point is, the perception is that this is going to be a big BRS versus Congress fight. I'm not saying the BJP is not a player. They most certainly are. But largely the perception is that this is going to be a two-horse race between the BRS and the Congress party. How do you respond? The BRS says Congress is nothing for us.
I'll give you a small equation. Actually, here in Telangana, for every assembly segment, you have nearly 2,90,000 enrolled voters. Out of it, approximately, you will have a voter turnout around 2,20,000 to 2,30,000. For any candidate to win here, the candidate needs to secure a minimum of 90,000. Now, here comes the BJP's actually whether it is on the ground or not. It has only in Dubaka, in Huzurabad, only out of Cherishma, it has won. And in GHMC, only out of flaring up the emotions of the people here, especially the majority, it has just...
But what about the BRS? Krishna, what about the BRS? The allegation being made is that whatever you win, the BRS will break you guys. That's the allegation being made.
I'm telling you this. Because BJP is nowhere in the arena. It's only dependent on personal charisma. Now coming back to the BRS, there is a major talk here that whoever wins from Congress goes to BRS. Is a talk circulating in one section of the media, and it is being given a fillip by the BJP. I'm telling you one straight question. This time the Congress has taken every proactive measure to see that its MLA, whoever wins on its ticket, stays with them. The reason for that is we have followed a procedure the same in Karnataka, the same in Telangana. We are taking promissory note from the candidate and keeping it in the public domain when they apply for the party ticket. Tomorrow, if anyone switches for the party or defects from the party, definitely the cadre or the people who elect them on the field, they'll start to question them, because we have taken a written acknowledgement from them stating what come what may. You have to fight for the party and go. You have to be loyal for the party. The party.
I hear your point.
This is because we are generally.
But these things sound very nice, Krishna. As you know, these things sound very nice to sign on a piece of paper, make a pledge. But politics, unfortunately, my friend, is never that predictable, especially when push comes to shove and when the numbers actually matter. Krishna, the Congress is coming at you in this election fresh from a huge victory in Karnataka. They've tasted blood. They've tasted victory. Their energy is high. Many of their formulas have worked. Many of those things may be promised here also in this election. I'm sure they already are. It's very difficult to say from so far away. Your party is on a 10-year anti-incumbency. I know you're going to deny that there is any anti-incumbency, but your party is definitely having to defend the fortress. You've got anti-incumbency. You've got a challenger which is very high on energy, high on Josh, and coming for you.
Shiva, I think we are the challengers because our Supremo KCRG has already announced 115 candidates at a go. And the Congress is still not in the play yet. We are waiting for them. So we are the challengers. We know that, we have the confidence that we are in the people. We've already started our campaign. Let Congress first announce their candidates. Let them face their infighting. Probably they'll be having some more joining hands also with them. That's what we get to hear from YS Sharmila ji or a few other forces the Congress needs. So let them get their house together first. Let them come to compete. Let them find their candidates. Then probably we'll talk who's the contender. Till then, we are going to campaign. We are going to complete the term. We have to finish our work. We are in governance and we will deliver. Karnataka cannot be repeated here in Telangana because one thing, this government has been against commissions or corruption, and that is why Congress could not establish. There has been nothing like hijab or halal or many other rights of Belgavi in Karnataka like such. no disturbance in law and order in Telangana. So Congress cannot repeat it. What happened
Krishna,
in Karnataka?
Krishna,
Here,
the ruling party
Congress
says you
first
cannot
has to
repeat Karnataka here for a variety of reasons, and especially that your factions infighting within the Congress. I'll go to the BJP after this, but Krishna, to you first, since Krishank mentioned that. You have to get your house in order if you want to put up a good fight despite the anti-incumbency. Answer that.
If you observe the politics here, post Karnataka, the Congress is in a great fillip, especially the candidate announcement. You will see very soon, in a week or two, you will see the candidate announcement. The reason I'm saying this is because they have given tickets to all the sittings. You are seeing the 150 people over there. We actually are actually fighting on an issue based here. We are giving some declarations to the people and taking everyone into consideration so that there would be some transparency. The confidence is there is no transparency here. The facts like RTI are literally kept in abysmal mode here. From 2014 till 2023, 28th of today, I am asking the BRS government only one straight question. Tell me one scheme which is in public domain, which you have completed the scheme in totality. Let it be the double bedroom houses or Dalita Bandhu, which is for SC. Any scheme. We are asking the list of the beneficiaries to be kept in the public domain.
I just want to jump in here for a moment. See, we're going into some specifics as far as schemes, etc. concerned, which are very, very good questions. Krishna, don't get me wrong. But those I am assuming will be part of your campaigns and your rallies. That's where the questions will be answered. For a national audience, I want to keep it about battle readiness of each of your parties. I want to keep it as broad as possible because what I'm trying to communicate to my viewers is just how the 2023 fight in Telangana might actually be even bigger than the political battle that was there in Karnataka. Mr. Subhash, coming to you, after the entire Bandi Sanjay episode, after he stepped down as the president, you've got a new president now. There is a sense that the BJP has kind of run out of steam and is now depending on the sort of big guns like Modi and Amit Shah, etc. in Telangana, because otherwise things are not quite in shape as far as your state unit is concerned. Is that true?
Yeah, as far as the Bandi Sanjay is concerned, he has been elevated and then he has given the powerful post. He is the National General Secretary, which is much more beyond the president of the state. So the second issue, I did not complete on that. See, people are looking for some kind of, a change because they have given enough opportunities for Congress, MIM, TRS, TDP also. But the Bharatiya Janata Party, they did not give on that. Looking at the
BJP is in center since
the post-poll alliance, the post-poll alliance, see, don't come in between, please. If you see in Karnataka, the BRS party said that they are going to contest in every elections, whatever may be. They did not do because they have a hand in glove with the people from the Congress party, and even in Telangana also the B forms are being given of the Congress party by the the BRS chief on that. This is a fact on that. See, many people are looking forward to take money from the BRS party because the Congress party doesn't have any money. As far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, we are very well prepared.
What president are you setting here? We are relying on money, or are we going issue driven? Because you are just asking, you are just
one at a time. Let Krishna.
Where you have implemented to the Telangana people from the national government, from the central government.
Krishna first. Krishank, I'll come to you 1 second. Krishank, 1 second. I'll come to you. Krishna, let him answer.
Yeah, they exchange money, they exchange B forms, they exchange everything, they exchange the candidates also. So it is they have only the common threat, that is from the Bharatiya Janata Party, because everyone knows in 2024 the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to form in the center, and in the state also. This is the very good opportunity for the people, which they are trying to avail. They are going to avail the opportunity and bring back Bharatiya Janata Party in power in Telangana.
Only one straight question here: why should the people of Telangana vote for BJP? Just give one straight reply on a word.
That's what I'm telling you. The schemes which have been implemented in other states have been implemented.
Tell me the
and in Telangana, it has not been implemented on that. There is a rain, just 2 weeks back. The farmers are putting their harvest, everything, their paddy on the streets. They are not getting any person to buy on that.
How much procurement have you done?
is not even going, giving the minimum support price for the food grains.
Okay,
Instead
okay.
of that,
Are you
state
done with your
government is
story,
going to,
Subhash?
auction
Let
the food
Krishank
grains so
answer
that
that.
the millets will be
Mr.
getting
Subhash, you've made an
benefited.
allegation against both the Congress and the BRS. Let Krishank answer you now. Yeah.
Because it's a national audience, I wanted to speak only about the preparatory stage. But because they're going into the schemes, let me just remind that Kisan Samman Nidhi was copied out of Raitu Bandhu. Har Ghar Nal Ka Jal was copied out of Mission Bhagirath. The BC Bandhu, which we are doing now they've started with a scheme called the Vishwakarma loan. So this entire government of India is full short of ideas. They've not done anything. I've clearly mentioned. Yesterday, Amit Shah ji came and just talked. No opening, no giving any crores of rupees for Telangana, and BJP thinks they will be voted. Not at all, Shiv. 2018 May, they've lost deposit. They've lost deposit in 100 seats in 2018 Assembly. Let them prepare for the worst. Let the BJP prepare for the worst, because definitely people of Telangana believe that BJP is nowhere in the race. And yes, the party which is coming only with declarations. We've seen many of their manifestos, Rajasthan, Karnataka. Congress is failing to prove. Definitely, people will not believe Congress, which only gives promises and announcements. When KCR himself is there, who is doing the Dalit Bandhu, why would they want to vote for any Mallikarjun Kharge or Congress party?
Okay.
When there is already KCR who is implementing Dalit Bandhu. So one thing, Shiv, we are ready for the battle. We are waiting for our opponents to announce their candidates and come onto the ground.
So the BRS is saying, bring it on. Krishna, final comments from both of you.
Final comments,
Krishna
only
first.
one word, only a statement I want to do. Because they have quoted of Dalita Bandhu, I just asked them, to what extent have you implemented Dalita Bandhu till date? And in this fiscal year, how much funds have you released to Dalita Bandhu? Can you just at least give it the information to the media? The RTA, please, are in your kept in abeyance. At least just keep it in the public domain. Can you keep the beneficiaries of Dalita Bandhu on public record?
In the assembly also, recent sessions in the assembly also, we have clearly announced that clearly 1,100 from each constituency beneficiaries in the entire state. Dalit families will be benefited out of Dalit Bandhu, and this is a regular cycle. This is not only for this year. Every year in the budget, definitely an amount would be there for Dalit Bandhu beneficiaries, and not just Dalit Bandhu.
Let me give the last word.
The housing scheme, be it BC Bandhu, be it Minority Bandhu, all this
Krishank,
will be
you're
happening
going
on
into
the
those details, being led into those details, which we'll leave for another time. But I'll give the last word. I'm almost out of time. Last word to you, Subhash.
See, the schemes which have been implemented here, it is unimplemented schemes on that. They only announce that just for the sake of the elections. Once the elections are over, they are not going to implement.
Sir, what has your center done?
But you're saying that for the third time. That seems to be the
only. The bypoles, they have only implemented. They say that it's
what happened to
unimplemented schemes. Unimplemented schemes.
What happened to Bayaram Steel Plant?
They won't even come.
What happened to promises of the AP Reorganization Act?
Which we've listed.
Okay. Of the party, because they don't have any, the finances to support
is
now, at this point of time, they are not even giving salaries. They are not even giving salaries to the employees.
Amit Shah, I'm out of time. Gentlemen, I'm out of time. Amit Shah was there in Telangana. You can be sure that the BJP is going to use all of its big guns to the hilt in that southern state. After the loss of Karnataka to the Congress party, the BJP is at least going to want to have, a decent showing in this other southern state. We'll have to see how it goes. Will an energized and galvanized and buoyant Congress, make another show of things in Telangana? It's super interesting. 10-year anti-incumbency, and this in many ways is even more interesting than my own state of Karnataka. We'll be watching very closely. NV Subhash, Krishna Teja, Krishank, thank you so much for joining me, gentlemen, here on 5 Live. We're taking a very quick break. On the other side, big exclusive. We're so proud to be the channel that Dr. Somnath and his team, who are standing by live right now, are going to be on. We're going to ask them questions on the brand new images that have been sent home by the Pragyan rover from the surface of the moon. That's coming up next.
Once again, India Today wins Best Channel of the Year. Thank you very much, viewers, for making the India Today Group the most awarded TV news network at the ENBA Awards 2023.
चंद्रयान 2 चंद्रमा के पास तक पहुंचा था, जहां उसके पदचिन्ह पड़े थे, तब ये प्रस्ताव था कि उस स्थान का नाम तय किया जाए। लेकिन उन परिस्थितियों में निर्णय लेने के स्थान पर हमने प्रण लिया कि जब चंद्रयान 3 सफलतापूर्वक चांद पर पहुंचेगा, तब हम दोनों पॉइंट का नाम एक साथ रखेंगे।